To the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Have you ever imagined what this season would be like if Jonathan Kuminga hadn't gotten injured? Well, the wait is almost over. Steve Kerr has finally provided an update on Kuminga's return, and the Warriors might be about to get a crucial boost in the final stretch of the season. But what does this really mean for the team? According to Kerr, Kuminga has not yet participated in full practices, so he is still at least 7 to 14 days away from returning to the court. This period includes activities such as contact drills in 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 practices, as well as a physical readjustment. But now comes the big question. How many games could he miss, and what impact will his return have on the Warriors' playoff push? Looking at the standings, the Warriors and Kings are practically tied in the play-in race, and every win is now worth its weight in gold. The Kings have already beaten the Warriors twice this season, and if they win one more, they'll clinch the season series against Golden State. A slip-up now could be costly, and without Kuminga, the Warriors will have to fight even harder to stay alive in this intense Western Conference battle. But before discussing the impact of his return, let's remember how Kuminga was playing before the injury. Since November, he had been on an incredible streak, scoring at least 10 points in 17 consecutive games. Additionally, his three-point shooting was starting to show improvement. While still far from being a specialist, he was gaining confidence and proving he could be a valuable offensive piece. Now, the big challenge for Kerr will be reintegrating Kuminga into the team. With Jimmy Butler on the roster and Draymond Green taking on different roles, how will Kuminga be utilized? Will he return directly as a starter, or will he begin with limited minutes off the bench? The most likely scenario is that the Warriors will take a cautious approach, gradually increasing Kuminga's minutes as he regains rhythm and confidence. His return could happen in early March, and games against teams like the Charlotte Hornets or New York Knicks could be strategic moments to reintegrate him. Either way, one thing is certain, the Warriors need him. The team is fighting for a play-in spot, and Kuminga brings key attributes like energy, defense, and aggressiveness on offense. His ability to score in the paint, learn from veterans like Butler, and elevate the team's physicality could be decisive factors. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you think Kuminga should be reintegrated into the team? Should he return as a starter or begin with limited minutes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't miss any details of the Warriors' final stretch of the season. Subscribe now to Warriors News Fan Update, turn on notifications, and stay updated on all the team's news. Kuminga is coming back, and the Warriors are ready to make a push. But let's not forget that Kuminga's return is not just about individual talent. It's about how he fits into the Warriors' current system. With Jimmy Butler's arrival and Draymond Green adapting to new roles, Steve Kerr faces an intriguing challenge: how to maximize Kuminga's potential without disrupting the team's chemistry. One option could be testing Kuminga as a small forward alongside Butler and Green, forming an elite defensive trio capable of challenging any offense in the league. Another alternative would be utilizing him as a sixth man, bringing instant energy and scoring off the bench, something the Warriors have lacked throughout the season. Regardless of the decision, Kuminga's return couldn't come at a better time. The Warriors have one of the toughest schedules in the West and need every piece operating at its best level. Defense has been an issue in some games, and Kuminga could help fill that gap by bringing intensity and versatility to guard multiple positions. Additionally, there's another factor that few people are talking about: Kuminga's confidence and his role in the franchise's future. He has already shown flashes of brilliance, but still needs consistency and minutes to develop. With the Warriors' new core taking shape, this is his moment to prove that he can be a key piece in the team's post-Steph Curry era. Now, with his return approaching, all eyes will be on how Kerr manages him. Will Kuminga go straight back into the starting lineup, or will the Warriors ease him in to avoid any risk of re-injury? What's certain is that his return could be the X factor in the Warriors securing a playoff spot. So, Dub Nation, what do you think? Will Kuminga make an immediate impact, or will he need time to get back to his best level? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the perfect time. Don't miss any Warriors updates. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for everything. Kuminga is coming back, and with him, the Warriors' hopes of making a strong push in the final stretch of the season. Let's go on this journey to the playoffs together. Look, I won't lie. Jonathan Kuminga's return could completely change the Warriors' fate this season. As a fan, I see this team struggling to find consistency, especially on defense and in the rotation. Kuminga might be exactly what we need to turn things around down the stretch. Before the injury, he was playing the best basketball of his career. Not only was he scoring consistently, but he was also showing improvement on defense, bringing energy to the team, and being aggressive when attacking the basket. And honestly, the Warriors need this guy on the court as soon as possible. Looking at the current situation, the Western Conference race is insane. One loss could be the difference between making the play-in or missing out entirely. And we all know that once the Warriors make the playoffs, anything can happen. But to get there, we need all the pieces fitting together and playing at their best. Now, the big question is, how will Steve Kerr reintegrate Kuminga into the team? I believe he should start with limited minutes, gradually getting back into rhythm. But man, if he regains his top form quickly, I honestly think he needs to be in the starting lineup. You can't leave a talent like this on the bench, especially when we know he can be a game changer both defensively and offensively alongside Curry, Butler, and Draymond. Another thing that excites me is the chemistry between Kuminga and Jimmy Butler. These two could form an explosive duo, especially on defense. If Kuminga absorbs Butler's competitive mindset and learns to become an even more versatile player, the Warriors might have found a key piece for the next few years. Now, speaking as a passionate fan, the Warriors still have a real chance to make noise in the playoffs. I know many people have already written this team off, but man, with Curry playing at a high level, Butler making his impact, and Kuminga coming back strong, this team could surprise everyone. I wouldn't be shocked if the Warriors make the play-in, advance to the playoffs, and knock out a favorite along the way. After all, we've seen this team defy the odds before. So, Dub Nation, what are your expectations for Kuminga's return? Should he come back as a starter or gradually work his way back into the rotation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates.